I've been feeling a certain way recently. I've been feeling a type of way, and it's a feeling that I cannot ignore. Yeah, maybe it's a problem with my way of thinking. Maybe it's the way I think makes it a bit unique, doesn't it? Right? Maybe. Yeah, but everybody does. I mean, it's what makes us us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's the same way, but that's besides the point. Especially with this whole situation, the corruption in South Africa, the Klanga Commission, the Big Five cartel, you know what I'm saying? Our entrepreneurs, that whole Tembisa thing, and the $1 million, the luxury cars that were found wherever. I didn't get into the story. I don't want to. I'll probably make a video, but later. So it's not trendjacking. And how the government seemingly seems, or how the government just seems as if it's already compromised or taken over, and how it seems as if it's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way the news fronts it and the way everybody fronts it, right? It's almost as if, okay, agents and entities, syndicates have infiltrated the government and all these big places, the political space and whatever, to sort of benefit from it, right? That's how it's fronted. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's done like that. Maybe it's because it's a fact, but you can't tell me that it's the only reason or the case. What am I trying to say here? I honestly believe, and I may be wrong, but it legit feels like the government itself is a mafia. I don't know. I feel like whoever it may be, the powers that may be, the powers that are referred to as the government, I feel like this is a whole psyop. I feel like it's all intentional. It's an intentional shock to the system. What I'm trying to say here is, I honestly feel like the way I see things, the way I understand it, the way I've interpreted everything so far, I feel like lento kukhulunywa nguJoshua Maponga isn't far from the truth. I feel like the government is made up of individuals. The South African government is made up of individuals that are here to make some money. Because you can't tell me that the government is weak, vulnerable, and that these entities found a way in, shook the government out, found a way and took over the government, and that they had no choice and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? No. If this is an issue, then the government did it to themselves. South Africa did this to themselves. Corruption was intentional. It's what they wanted, always. It's what they've always wanted. You know what I'm saying? The Matlanga Commission, I'm always going to refer to the Matlanga Commission because it's literally what's happening right now. It has shown that it's not impossible, right? But like the Matlanga Commission has also shown us how selfish South Africans are, how selfish a black man can be, how selfish everyone can be. In light of Matlanga Commission, there's also because life goes on, the stories that happen, especially the Tembisa hospital thing, drugs that are being busted, methamphetamine. Is it methamphetamine? You know what I'm saying? How it's Mexicans and obviously black people who are running, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was intentional. The biggest scam, the biggest sham. I feel like the government itself, I think we should stop looking at the government, because this is only the logical. If I think about it, it's only logical for us to stop looking at the government as a institution or a power that is weak and taken over. I feel like we should look at it as is. The government is the entity that is taking over South Africa. It's the government is the cartel or the syndicate that infiltrated all these other, because they run the shit. Because it's what I can come up. It's the only logical conclusion, bro. I would imagine corruption to be a wrong thing, something wrong, right? So I would imagine that corruption, since it's wrong, then it's difficult for it to succeed in everything. So it's only gonna infiltrate certain. No, that's not the case. In South Africa, the government, the corruption has infiltrated every single sector, from healthcare, education, all of these things. It's Eskom, Prasa, SABC, everything. It's infiltrated every single thing. I don't know, bro. I just wish like we could. I don't know. I just wish like South Africans, because it's very sad, man. It's very sad. The conditions we'll be living in, bro. While people are getting richer, while the government are getting richer, the conditions we are suppressed into, the conditions we're born into living in, bro, it's so sad, bro. It's so sad. It's sad because now you can't even tell a South African that everything's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change, that God has your back. There's no such thing. Y'all be heavy. Y'all had faith. Your ancestors be having faith, had faith since. Okay, maybe the good thing that came out is this democracy and rainbow nation, psyops. Maybe those are the good things that came out of it, having faith. But let's be honest, you're gonna die poor. You're gonna die poor. Unless something changes, something changes, solution comes, you're gonna die poor. That's literally what it is, bro. The government is a mafia itself. It's calling the shots. Time.